Tonight from downtown Atlanta. He's live outside of the Georgia Innocence Project. And Cody, how did that nonprofit and Leonard Cure cross paths?
Jennifer and Ron, shortly after being released in April 2020, Leonard moved to Georgia, where he became part of Georgia Innocence Project's free and exonerated community. Turn around. 17 days before Leonard Cure was shot during a traffic stop in Camden County, the 53-year-old
who trusted in a wrongful arrest before and wasn't released for 16 years.
spoke to a group of students at Jonesboro High School.
One of the things that he really harped on when he spoke to the students.
During his original arrest in 2003,
He was very compliant with the police.
Christian Stegall helped prep Leonard for his speech, really getting to know him.
I can only imagine what was going through his mind when he was pulled over again.
19 years later, this traffic stop would be Leonard's last interaction with anyone ever again. Olivia Vigiletti, an attorney with the Georgia Innocence Project.
We know that exonerees are traumatized people. They are terrified of even routine interactions with police, and it's because of all the things that they've been through.
Leonard's mom, Mary Cure, hinted to some of the trauma her son experienced.
Leonard did all that time in prison. He was assaulted. He was stabbed in his back, pretty near his kidney.
A man whose family says was robbed of his life.
My brother mattered to us. He had dreams, aspirations, and goals.
5,990 days locked up for a crime he didn't commit. Just recently compensated by the state of Florida for those days he was wrongfully detained.
He was also just in the middle of moving into his new house that he purchased, and he was excited about that. He had so much ahead of him.
Leonard was just awarded more than $800,000 by the state of Florida, around $50,000 for every year he was wrongfully detained.
In the name of who? In the name of the law of the state of Georgia. Step back here now or you're getting tased. I'm going. Watch me now. Put your hands on the back of that truck. Do you see that? Put your hands on the back of that truck. The back of the truck. Both hands. Turn around. 34, can you send me another unit? One non-compliant.
Your name is Officer who?
Staff Sergeant Aldridge with the Camden County Sheriff's Office.
Who county?
Camden County. Put your hand behind your back.
Do I have a warrant? Wait. No. Excuse me.
Either put your hands behind your back or you're getting tased. I'm telling you that right now.
Why am I getting tased?
Because you are under arrest for speeding and reckless driving.
I'm not driving. Nobody was hurt. How was I speeding?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
Okay, so that's a speeding ticket, right?
Sir, tickets in the state of Georgia are criminal offenses.
I don't have a ticket in Georgia.
You do now?
Why?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
Offense and what? I'm not going
Hands
to jail.
behind your back. Yes, you are going to jail. Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Yep.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast, It2 Podcast. The acronym meaning, is it important to you? We can all disagree to disagree. We're just going to talk about different subjects and give our opinion on the subject. And you can comment and leave your opinion and let us know how you feel about what we're talking about. So today we're going to talk about the guy who was pulled over in Georgia, and he was pulled over for speeding and reckless driving. Somehow he got into a tussle with the officer, and the officer did use a baton. Did he tase him also, Allie?
Tased him first,
Okay.
and as
I
he was
know.
getting choked, he used his baton.
Say that again.
He tased him first, and as he was getting choked, he used his baton.
Before he used deadly force.
Yes.
So,
Can you still
and
hear
he
me?
was pulled over before. Well, he was pulled over for reckless driving and speeding, and I- the officer. So in Georgia, I think that it is crazy though that you can get arrested for speeding,
It's
but
a criminal offense.
apparently,
It is.
so is it a criminal offense in Florida also? But I thought you just get a ticket for speeding, though.
You do, but you know they get paid. They make money off of taking you to jail, though. So I'm sure it was only going to be for a couple
Well,
hours.
I know, but I think it was. I think it had to be more to it because I know people that get speeding tickets up here, and of course you get a fine, but they don't get arrested. That's why I'm trying to figure out if something precipitated before but the cameras was on the whole time because why would you arrest a person for a speeding ticket? But either way, even even if it was against the law, I think a lot of people not going to agree with me because they tired of the police. But just go to jail and then have your day in court instead of what transpired, and now he's no longer here.
Right.
And people tend to say that he's dead over a speeding ticket, but I this is my opinion. And people in the comments, please leave your opinion and let me know. I know it's going to be a lot of disagreements because of the relationship between police and black people.
Yeah.
But I think that even if you feel like it's not a arrestable, how do you say, like you should be arrested for it, just be calm and go to jail and fight your way in court, even though people don't want to go to jail because now look what happened.
Right. I
And
just want to say something though because there's a lot of people like, oh, this is so disgusting. Um, Just a whole bunch of stuff about obviously police brutality was an issue in the black community, but this is
mhm,
a totally different situation. Okay, the officer was doing too much. His intent was to take him to jail for something petty, but I just want to go over some comments that I seen from the neighborhood talk that made sense to me. The first one I seen,
mhm,
but I'm not even gonna say who was wrong or right, but I'm gonna read the comments that make somewhat sense. Okay,
okay.
somebody said fighting anyone with a gun is just idiotic, police officer or not. Okay. The other one said black people would literally shoot another black person in a fight and brag about it in music and think it's cool. Yet when a cop does it,
Mhm.
it's a bigger problem. Okay. Then someone else said,
And those are black people making those
those are black
comments.
people making
Can
these
you see?
comments. And it's a black woman. She also said, can we be honest? Why did he charge at the officer, then proceed to choke him? In my opinion, he did his job. And she said, I stand by my people, but
Mhm.
it kind of seems like fighting in putting your hands physically on somebody with a gun, police officer, a regular civilian, anybody, it's an idiotic move off rip. It's and this point is not even about black or white no more. It's about common sense. It's not even about black or white. If he was a
Yeah,
white man, everybody would have said, "Oh, he's wrong. Why would you do that?"
and I think too, if it was a black officer, the same. But I don't know. I can't see the future. I think the same thing would have happened, and then you know But I just think that people can leave their comments and let me know what they feel. Just get if you were gonna be arrested for speeding, just be why do it just was too much. Like, okay, usually officers, as soon as they see a black person, they get out shooting. This
Yeah.
he didn't get out shooting or nothing. He looked like he just was telling him. That's why I say is that the whole video, because he just told him to step out the car for speeding, and he was gonna arrest him. And then I see the guy saying, just give me a ticket or whatever. But
First of all,
he used a lot of.
no matter how much we think, you can't. That's the only thing I understand when it is hard being black, because you can't tell the police what to do. You can't sit there and try to. You can, but they're still gonna do what they want to do. That's why they say it's hard. You gotta tippy toe around the police. But
Um,
I'm sure he would have got handcuffed, put in that car, drove to the station,
mhm.
and he would have proceeded with his life. That's it.
And that's another thing on Instagram. I seen a comment. People were saying that he was targeted. He had just got out of prison. But how did that officer know? I'm trying to see if he was going 100 miles an hour. How did the officer target him? I don't understand, because I know on them highways when
it
you're
up.
speeding, when you targeted if you speeding. Yes, you're speeding. Them people in Georgia highway patrols are annoying, because if you speed and they pulling you over, that's what I'm trying to figure out. How was he targeted? And I seen just one lady said that, and it was like he was targeted and this and that. But I'm
First
like,
of all,
if he was targeted,
being
can he
targeted
take the case to
is
court and
they don't understand. I'm not on the white man's side. I barely care for him. But all I gotta
that's what I'm saying. Me
being
either.
targeted for the I'm not gonna say the R word, for the idiotic people who don't know what that means. When you're targeted, somebody is watching you. Somebody's
That's what
observed.
I'm saying.
That's like, okay, if he was in a store, if he was in when you're in a grocery store and somebody accused you of stealing, that's being targeted because they're watching you, they're observing you.
That's what.
You pass by somebody for
And
2
another way
seconds.
you could be.
How you gonna pass? How
That's
targeted
what I'm
somebody pass by
saying.
you for 2 seconds?
But what she was trying to say is that police department was targeting him because he just got out of prison after 16 years. But
If it
I'm
was
like,
personal,
how
yeah,
was
but
he
I
targeted?
doubt it.
And he wasn't a regular police. He was like the highway patrol. So I'm like, how was he being targeted? But if you being targeted, you would do the speed limit, right? I wouldn't be going 100 miles per hour because I'm trying to stay under the radar. I'm trying not to get even more targets put on me.
That's what
So,
I'm saying.
but even if he wasn't doing 100 miles per hour, you still can take it to court and fight it and prove that you weren't doing 100 miles per hour. Because I know a lot of people take a lot of speeding tickets and they fight them in court.
Yeah, so
So
I
it's
mean,
just
it's a done deal. It's not as if he was all the other sad cases where they were doing nothing. They were doing
yeah,
nothing.
they, exactly like the boy in Jacksonville who they chased. He was running from the police, but when the police caught him, they beat him until his eye. It looked like his eye. Now that's
That's what I'm
wrong.
saying. That's
That was some.
totally different.
That was. Yeah, that's. This one is just. It's like I'm just like.
The only thing
You
that I have
gotta
to
know
say, and
how
I'll
to.
be done. Basically, for the ones who are offended by people saying he did his job, they're saying that he did his job because, as a professional police officer who went through training, someone is beating you up. What do you think? Just answer the question. What do you think gonna happen to you? You think he's gonna fight you back? He
Right.
might get in trouble. He might
And
lose.
he.
They're gonna say, "Didn't we train
And
you
he.
to?" He actually did his training properly.
Right.
He didn't use deadly
He
force
didn't use deadly
first.
force first. He didn't shoot first. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. So yeah, with that, we're going to end and let us leave your opinions. Let us know what you guys think about this case. What do you think? Was the officer wrong? Was the citizen wrong? What do you think? Could the situation have turned out different? Let us know in the comments. And until we talk about the next subject, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And thank you for listening.